just wanna run. My energy is safe and when reveling I'm undone, I feel the decay. I don't wanna be alone. I can still feel you inside my bones.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Architect the Dreamer back with another ATD Reacts. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. If you are returning, welcome back. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you'll get notified every time I drop a new video. Make sure to follow me on socials at ATDmusic, on Instagram and Threads at ATDreacts, and on Facebook at ATDofficial. At the beginning of this video, you heard a snippet of my newest song, Bones, which has been out for a couple weeks and is on all streaming platforms. The link for that is in the description below. I also have an official lyric video on my page. Happy Wednesday reaction. So I've tied up, no pun intended, but kind of, the Money Game trilogy. And so now we're diving into a couple that are somewhat connected. So we're going to be doing Crucify Your Culture and Money Ties today. And we're starting with Crucify Your Culture, which I've been told is kind of like a 1.5 between Money Game 1 and Money Game 2. But I wanted to have the full trilogy done before kind of coming back to this so I can have a little bit of context and place this in that spot. So without any further ado, we're going to dive in. This is REN, Crucify Your Culture. He's got the blonde hair in this little cartoon version of himself with the guitar right now. I have no idea what to expect. It's a shorter song from him. It's only 2.5 minutes long, but I'm excited. Let's do this.
A murderer's mind, born into a murderous time, where right or wrong is a blurred line, hard to define. For greed is poison the well. We all drink from the chalice. It's a long way down into the rabbit hole, Alice. Now I crucify your...
Okay, there it is. There it is. Everybody since day one has been telling me the phrase, like, have fun going down the rabbit hole. And that's something that is like part of REN. And this song is 4 years old at this point. So that's really, all right. I love that. I love that. Like, I now finally, I have that piece of like the verbiage and terminology that's been used by so many renegades.
A murderer's mind, born into a murderous time, where right or wrong is a blurred line, hard to define. For greed is poison the well. We all drink from the chalice. It's a long way down into the rabbit hole, Alice. Now I crucify your culture, burn down the altar. Religion of consumerism picks us up like vultures, takes us for punks. They say jump, we jump. It's the same if it's Bush or Obama or Trump. I'm not buying into a 1, 2, 3 party system. I rise against some illusions of choice. Take our voice or take back your rigged election system. Deficit represent nobody but your money. Funny how you keep them sweet, honey. Shepherds and the sheep, Tommy.
Yeah, okay, so now I see how this kind of like fits in there, but it's a very different sound than what we were getting in Money Game 1 and Money Game 2. Crucify Your Culture, burn down the altar. Religion of consumerism picks us off like vultures. Takes us for punks. They say jump and we jump. It's the same if it's Bush, Obama or Trump. I'm not buying into a 1, 2, 3 party system. I rise against them. Which is, I mean, obviously this idea of like the whole political system in the United States specifically is all about creating division between sides and creating division from the top to the bottom. It doesn't matter who is the president. It doesn't matter who is in that chair. None of them have our best interests at heart. None of them do. They're all driven by corporations. They're all driven by the 1% that are fueling their entire term, that are funding their entire term. Shepherd and the sheep. How you keep them sweet, honey? Shepherd and the sheep, dummy. Like, it's just like this division that's being created. We need to be using that against this. Like, we need to be using that, like those 1% that are trying to separate themselves from us so badly. Like, that's going to be their downfall. Because there's way more of us than there are of them.
I'm not buying into a 1, 2, 3 party system. I rise against them illusions of choice. Take our voice or take back your rigged election system. Deficit represent nobody but your money. Funny how you keep them sweet, honey. Shepherd and the sheep, dummy. Someday they'll find a way to sell my views, like they sold the concept of freedom to you. They sold the voice of Huxley, of Orwell, Guevara, Dalai Lama. Now they're all just a product to you.
Someday they'll find a way to sell my views, just like they sold the concept of freedom to you. There's an aspect of freedom in what we do. Like, I have the decision to get up each day, and I have the decision on what clothes I'm going to wear. I have the decision on, like, what route I want to take to get to work. Like, there are certain things that, like, yes, we have the freedom of choice, but like, when you think about it, when I get up in the morning, I have to go to work, because if I don't go to work, then I'm not going to get the money that I need in order to pay the insane and ridiculous amount of bills that I have, that everybody has, just to survive. That I have to pay to keep lights on, that I have to pay to have a roof over my head, that I have to pay. And I'm not saying that, like, there shouldn't be an element of that to some degree, but like, that's not a choice. Because, like, if I had the choice to do what I wanted to do, I'd be doing this. I'd be making music full time. If I had the choice to not worry about money, to not have to worry about, like, how I'm going to put food on my table, how I'm going to provide for my family, I'd be doing things that I love to do. We all would. But And there's a very small percentage of people that get to do what they love to do and make money doing it. But a lot of us, the true passion, the true thing that we love is not our job. And most of us work for companies that don't give a shit about us. We are just cogs in the big machine. They sell the voice of Huxley and Orwell, Guevara, Dalai Lama. Now they're all just a product to you. It's not about the concepts and the ideas that these people were talking about. We're literally living in 1984. Like, Big Brother is way more real than a lot of people either think it is or want to acknowledge or accept that it is.
Freedom to you. They sold the voice of Huxley, of Orwell, Guevara, Dalai Lama. Now they're all just a product to you. And now you care more about your new shoes, the loose screws and minds of politicians that abuse you, to shape you, break you. Consumerism breaks you until your thoughts to end you. They make you want to hate you, so you keep buying.
That was such a good flow right there. The internal rhyme schemes and the delivery of that. It was such a fun rhythm to like, the way that he's writing on this beat, and the beat has like a very, like, kind of stripped down Rage Against the Machine type vibe, which is so fitting for, like, the actual content and the content of this song. And even, like, some Beastie Boys elements in there. Like, it's not like a typical sound. Like, it is really cool to have. Like, I love this type of stuff. Like, have somebody rap on top of a rock beat or whatever, and it's so cool. I love the delivery of the way that he just said all of that. Not to mention the actual stuff that he's saying is Spot on.
Care more about your new shoes, the loose screws and minds of politicians that abuse truths to shape you, break you. Consumerism breaks you until your thoughts that end you. They make you wanna hate you, so you keep buying. Corporation buying, defying fraudulent liars and burning empires. Tap into the telephone wires and history's biased. It glorifies and justifies our evil. It justifies the wars that rain destruction upon people. Every single human born equal. They treat you like an asset, not a human, man. It's see-through. Slavery through debt. You think that mortgage is to help you? Bills stacking high, killing dreams. Money maims you, lying tames you. The land of the free, irony. A hierarchy, folks, education kills the fire in me. Still I stand strong like two towers that were knocked down by greedy men's thirst for power and now.
Holy shit. Oh, wow. This is nervous laughter because, like, that takes so much balls to say something like that. Just in general, but to say that in, like, a song that's out there for the world. One of the things I love about REN is his no-nonsense courage to say the things that a lot of us are thinking, but because of the world that we live in, sometimes it's scary to say those things out loud. I'm not scared to say things that I believe because I don't really care what anybody else thinks. But there's a lot of people that are in positions where they can't say those things. But REN says those things. REN says a lot of those things. And I love that. Like, I mentioned, like, how the beat is very Rage Against the Machine. Like, his whole vibe and attitude is, like, right in that. Like, it's very much like, fuck those in power, fuck those that are trying to control you with money, that are trying to control you with that power. Also, that flow right there was absolutely bonkers.
Corporation buying, defying fraudulent liars and burning empires. Tap into the telephone wires and history's biased. It glorifies and justifies our evil. It justifies the wars that rain destruction upon people. Every single human born equal. They treat you like an asset, not a human, man. It's see-through. Slavery through debt. You think that mortgage is to help you? Bills stacking high, killing dreams. Money maims you, lying tames you. The land of the free, irony. A hierarchy, folks, education kills the fire in me. Still I stand strong like two towers that were knocked down by greedy men's thirst for power and now greed. Greed plants a seed that will destroy us all if we succumb to greed. Fuck greed, silent I breathe, burn money. Greed makes us bleed, makes us bleed, makes us bleed. Our political system is a farce. Democracy will not exist till actions speak louder than money. Wealth is a poison honey, another money-making holiday for the Easter bunny. Have a suck out your soul, a drink Coca-Cola, lining up the pockets of the fat controller, selling fear to the people, let it spread like a bowl. A propaganda machine, remember the dream, it's hopeless. Nikola Tesla, 1883. The DC current system fought against the AC, but not because the AC system wasn't any better, because people don't like change when money's at the center. Move, let me end.
I love that he's also, like, so knowledgeable about, like, history and, like, which is so present in the entire Money Game trilogy, and honestly it's present in a lot of his music. But, like, the stuff that he's talking about is not just, like, an opinion. It's stuff that he's saying, having the facts in his head, having done the research, knowing about these different things. Just so good.
Propaganda machine, remember the dream, it's hopeless. Nikola Tesla, 1883. The DC current system fought against the AC, but not because the AC system wasn't any better, because people don't like change when money's at the center. Move, let me enter from the epicenter. Poison parliamenter, who's the main contender? Oh, it's you, Mr. President, evident that the count.
Just in case I wasn't clear last time, fuck Donald Trump.
From the epicenter, poison parliamenter, who's the main contender? Oh, it's you, Mr. President, evident that the counterintelligence is a hell of a prevalent.
There's the Money Game mask. Okay. Whew, all right. That was fucking fire. That was so dope. I love that it still is very much in the realm of like what's happening with the money game stuff, but it's such a switch up of sound. It's more aggressive. I don't want to say it's more aggressive because the money game stuff is aggressive in the way that it says it delivers the message he's trying to tell, but this just feels very like raw and very in like a almost like an anarchist type of way. Very, very punk. Um, it's a different sound than what I've heard from Ren so far, and I always love that. I love when I get to react to something from Ren that sounds sonically, production wise, arrangement wise, different than stuff that I've listened to up to this point. I'm really excited to do Money Ties because I'm curious how that's going to sound because I've heard that like it's very different from the Money Game trilogy, just kind of like this is. But I also know that Money Ties is with somebody that also got fucked over by Cujo, which is just very, very satisfying. So I'm looking forward to that. But I would love to know what you guys thought of Crucify Your Culture. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there's anything. I know that there's a lot in here that like I didn't super dissect, but a lot of it is pretty straightforward. It's pretty. He's saying what he means. There's not a whole lot of like veiled over bars or subtlety or ambiguousness. It's pretty straightforward what he's saying, but I would love to hear what you guys think. So drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that little bell, follow me on socials, check out my new single Bones, and I'll see you guys back here for the next one.